a serious one. Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a good day. Sorry, I was running late, so I just decided to start like this instead of the normal way I start. But that's okay. Let me go to that thing here. I'm going to move things around. And we are going to have a really fun show today for all the people that are watching, which is nobody. But hey, that's cool. And I'm trying to get the screen going here. It's just like nothing is working at the moment. But that's okay.
That's how it is.
Yeah. I don't know what just happened. All right. Whew.
We will get the technology working. We'll get
one
it
of these days. It will all work out.
It's going to happen. I believe it.
And
just
so,
believe.
You know what? I'm just going to start with it. I'm not even going to do the rap intro.
Okay. I want to hear the rap intro.
Okay. Well,
wait. We can be patient. We can make this work. It's all right. Sometimes, you just have to take a deep breath. We can all just relax and take a deep breath while we're getting the intro together. It feels good. Let's all do it. Take a deep breath in through your nose.
Okay. Well, now, is there anything you'd like me to be the intro to be in the intro? Since you're asking,
whatever. Yeah, it's all you.
What's the first thing comes in your head right now?
What about myself?
No, just what's the first when I go, ha? What is the first thing you're thinking about right now?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm thinking about.
Great.
I'm thinking
I
about.
You.
I'm thinking about. I don't know, kittens. How about that?
Kittens. Got it. Hey, hello. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Now I think kittens are amazing. I run it down. Sometimes I exhale, breathe, and I run it now. I want to be in a place where there's like 50 kittens all over my face, yelling out loud like I still can't feel the way. Hey, it's like a simple break that I be. It's like 40 kittens just chasing on me and climbing and scratching my face. That would hurt a lot, but that's okay. I like bass and simple trebles, and my life is something else, be that I never thought that I would ever say I let it be. Sometimes I want to be crazy like a kitten do, jumping and landing on their feet, that's amazing too. I don't even get what they want to say, cause I can only hear meows like hey. Though my daughter's like, hey, I know what they're saying that they love you and you should take them home. But son, this is not what we do. My daughter, I'm sorry, but we're not gonna be that cool. No pets in this house, that's not what I be. I'm just saying, I like them, but they're kind of smelly. And sometimes I never even get it down time. But I do like to rub their bellies and feeling it fine to find the rhymes that I once said. Sometimes I think about it and all these things in my head, but it is kind of cathartic when you can think about it. And chilling out for the nighttime, stop about it. I know that I gotta be. I'm fighting 3 people while they all want pets in my house, G. And I'm like, no dogs or kittens here. Only if I can't fade. One day I'll fear. And yes, one day I will bend and we'll have so many pets. The whole house will smell funny, and that's less times only if I can't define the rhymes that I used to be. But now I'm running cause my life is like everything. And then I'm shaking cause I gotta be everything that I want it to be.
Yeah.
Boom.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you.
All right, now we're ready to start.
All right.
There's my fancy 8-bit animation intro that I made.
I love it.
And the cool song that is old. I need to make a new one, but I love that one so much. I'm not going to change it.
It's cool. It's cool.
Welcome to the show, Marsha. How are you doing today?
I am delighted to be here. This is really fun.
Did you like my kitten song? Was that fun?
I loved it. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Have you ever been to like a kitten place, like I forget what they're called.
Oh, like those cat cafes?
Like there's cat cafes, but there's also cat break rooms or cat chill places where like you can actually go into a room with just kittens.
Wow, I have never done that. But I think why I have kittens on the brain is we have 2 new kittens. So we haven't had any cats for a little while, and my son just was like, please let's get kittens this summer. So we recently got a pair of kittens, pair of brothers, and they're a little crazy.
Oh, that's
they
fun.
they may appear on the podcast at some point.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with furry friends
They're-
invading the
they're-
podcast.
yeah.
That's
They're so cute that you can't get mad at them.
yeah, no stress. But there you go. That's
They're very purry and very
oh,
soft and
are they
very purry. Yeah.
perfect?
They're perfect. Yes.
We do this ACL thing every year where we do like a booth where we make up songs for kids, and I'm not even playing. 50% of the songs are cat songs. Like it's just like we
cats
got like
rule the internet, man.
we got like 2 MCs, a beatboxer, a full guitar player, or a keyboardist, all making a cat song for one
I
kid.
love that. I love it. I love it. That's
It's like
hilarious.
so much money.
You could just
into
make
this
an
one
album. You could make a
Yeah.
whole cat album based on those.
Well, I laugh because my buddy Danny, he lives in Seattle,
Okay.
and he's an amazing jazz funk piano player.
Uh-huh.
And so last time he came, he made I think he said 150 unique songs.
About
That
cats.
or not just cat. No, he just made 150 beats. Like
Oh,
literally,
wow.
each kid gets their own customized song,
Wow.
and so they get their own customized rap beats too. And so,
Wow.
but that took a little longer than normal. Normally, it's just Trey beatboxing.
Yeah.
But this time it was like full like beats. I was like, bro, you just need to send
Sweet.
those to me. So I have like hundreds of beats that we just made
Yeah,
randomly.
that's amazing.
So my question here is,
Yeah.
what music do you like?
What music do I like? I like a lot of kinds of music. I would say I'm kind of like an indie rock fan, but I really I love to sing jazz and blues. I sing. I mean, I enjoy musical theater. I don't like listen to musical theater all that often, but then sometimes I'm doing something and then get into those songs. And I don't know. I like pop music, and I end up listening to just all kinds of different stuff. Just depending on the day and depending on the moment, I guess.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, so there are lots of kids situations, or there's like, or I'm just listening to rap all day. Like there are days where I just listen to like rap caviar, not just because I want to, but because I just want to figure out that rhyme scheme. And so I'm
Okay.
sitting there listening to this thing that I don't. My kid would walk in like, "What are you listening to, Dad?" And I'm like, "Sorry, dude, I got to figure out how they're rapping these days. I can't just rap like I'm in the 90s."
Just lost the audio. Oh, there we go. They were back. I lost the
Oh,
audio
is
for a
it
second.
did you laugh and hit your little?
I don't think so. I didn't touch anything. I don't know. My, computers. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah. Anyway,
But,
yeah, you're listening to rap, and then your kids come in like, "What are you listening to, Dad?"
Yeah, and no, and so I change it up. But there is like one list. Like it's hilarious. When I'm cooking, I have one artist that I listen to,
Okay.
and then when I'm cleaning and I'm doing other things, then I have like a happy music mix that's
Okay.
more alternative indie jams.
Uh huh. Nice. Nice.
And then like the cooking music is the Astrometers, if you don't know.
Okay.
you
I don't
that
know
is.
them. I don't know them.
And so for some reason I don't know why they have one song I like, and then now I have like 80 songs that I like of them. But I just
Okay.
it's like literally my list I put on
Nice.
every time I cook these days.
Nice. I
Anytime
also
I'm in the kitchen.
when I'm driving, one of my like guilty pleasures is listening to Adele and just singing along because like I enjoy, it's
Hello,
fun to sing
just
along.
over and
So
over again.
so I mean I can know some of those albums inside out.
That's hilarious. Yeah, and it's so funny how music, especially as a musician, right? Like, but then that's the other trick is like you also don't want to listen to too much music, especially if you're working on an album.
Right.
Because, I guess it's a little easier for you, right? Like, because you could be a little more inspired than other people because you're doing totally different kind of lyrics, right? You could totally
Right.
be inspired by it. Now, I don't know how effective an Adele parody
They're not
album
really
of
like
science is going to work out really well
it's
for
not
you.
really that connected to what I do, but I just like to sing, so it's like fun to sing along to, and it's like
Sure.
good vocal practice. So like I just I'm like belting it out in the car and strengthening my vocals. So hey,
What was
Okay.
it? I've heard Lil Wayne say this before that like he actually he has to when he's writing songs he actually has to Google his lyrics to make sure that he hasn't already did it before
Oh, that's funny.
because he's done so many songs.
Oh, that's really funny.
And so, but that's a hard thing because
That's a different problem. Yeah.
to more people's music over and over again. Then the next thing you know, you kind of snag those ideas. And
Oh well, I mean, I'm not really like writing love songs for kids, so it's okay.
Yeah, it works out.
It doesn't. It's enough. There's enough difference.
What does that sound like?
Yeah,
a love song for kids album?
About, but I do fancy like doing like an Adele cover concert, like a Valentine's concert or something, where I do like all Adele songs. I think that would be a funny departure.
Could you imagine an actual kids love album? Like
interesting.
Like 10-year-olds. I'm not talking about like, an adult writing like an adult song for kids to sing. I'm talking about like the awkward feelings that a 10-year-old has, but it's the album of their like love. Like, I think you're amazing, mainly because you smile at me when I'm eating a cheese.
Right.
It's just like randomness.
Like the simplicity of the feelings
of love.
Or whatever. Yeah, for a 10-year-old, that'd be interesting. I thought you were gonna say like love songs about things that kids love, like a love song to your video games, or like a love song to your whatever bicycle, or you could do that too. There's different ways you could go, different directions you could go with this.
I've been toying on an album, like a new kid's album, and I just keep on fighting on what idea I want to use.
Okay.
But I do like the idea of like a dad advice album. Like your dad, but to a kid, not like to like an adult, but like to a like 6-year-old or 7-year-old. Now the problem is that my kid asks the most random questions. Like,
yes, they all do, right?
No.
Okay, let me hear.
No, like
not even what I'm thinking. Yeah.
How tall do you think the fall was from the World Trade Center? That's fun. Or one of my friends actually called in sick the day of September 11th, and so my son then wanted to know exactly how far he was from the building when he finally saw it, because he called in late, and he came in to find out he was in the second tower to find his tower was on fire, and he wants to know exactly all the facts of that situation. I'm like, I don't know. He just told me the story once. I don't know the actual
all the detail, every single exact
my dude
detail
needs
of
to
it.
know the exact detail. I'm like, I need to ask regular children and not my kid for this. But I like the idea of a dad advice album, also a freestyle, like teach kids how to freestyle album.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah.
So anyway, sorry.
These are good ideas. These are good ideas. It's good to get them out there.
I need to do it. I've been dragging my feet for 5 years. So it's like, but anyways,
the time has come.
The time has come. I think I even sent you like a potato song I wrote.
Yes, you did.
Like,
it was awesome.
Maybe I should just do like science food science songs. I don't know.
There's an album in that. I think you got multiple albums in your head.
Yeah, I remember one of my friends. Have you ever met Lucas Miller before?
Yes, I have.
So Lucas Miller's.
I covered one of his songs on my second album.
Oh,
I covered his Monarch Butterfly song, so that's on my second album, Positronic. It's I love that song, so I had fun singing that. But yeah, he's amazing.
And so he was like, you should.
For anybody who doesn't know, he's a zoologist. He lives in Austin, Texas, and he writes zoology songs. And yeah,
yep. Chimichanga
calls himself the singing zoologist.
Chimichanga is one of my favorite of his songs.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Oh yeah, this one's great.
I'll have to listen to that one.
It's all these animals at the zoo go and order chimichangas, and so it's teaching you about herbivores, and it's awesome.
Oh, that's terrific.
So, it's the chimichanga song.
Okay, I'm gonna look that one up later.
He was like, you should do a Texas history album, and this was definitely during Hamilton, so this probably is another reason that happened. Because Hamilton's awesome. So
yes, it is. Yes,
I was like, I could do that, and I like Texas history, but it's just starting to swing. You just got to swing sometimes.
Sometimes the idea is a good idea, but it's not necessarily the time, and you got to just follow whatever is happening, right?
Yeah. So went way long on that intro.
Maybe someday you can shelve that and come back to it.
Oh, I have to. I just got to do something these days. So all right. So what?
You just have to pick one of your ideas. You just have to pick your idea, and then I'm going to focus on this for now.
Speaking of
big ideas,
what's the big idea of this song? What is our song going to be about today? You kind of giving me some ideas, but why don't we say them out loud or pretend like you're coming up with it right now?
Okay, well, I was thinking that maybe we could do a song about space because I find space fascinating.
My initial question here is, are you talking about space in between us? or outer space.
I was
So,
thinking about outer space, but you know what? We could fit in both. We could fit in all these
I
ideas.
was
I
thinking
like.
about this like space in between us. Like you would think that there's not a lot there, but there's a lot
There's
there.
a lot there. Yeah.
I mean, literally space between us, but in general, like that idea, pressure, and all the stuff that comes with that. Anyways,
I think it's fun to play with a word like that, and that has multiple dimensions to it, and
yeah,
to include them. I mean, when for my songwriting, I often bring in different elements, and I like that. I like playing with those ideas, playing with different ideas like that.
yeah, you got outer space, emotional space, personal space.
There you go.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of funny things in that. And then you
Mm-hmm.
can actually mesh them all together. That's hilarious. So
Yes.
space, what is it about space, at least in this song, that's going to interest you? Is it the solar system? Is it just satellites in general moving around the Earth? Is it stars? Is it the creation of stars? Is it the destruction of stars? Is it black holes? What is it? What is it? Yes,
It's
I know
all
lots of
of
stuff
it.
about space.
It's all of it. I find space fascinating. Part of the reason I was thinking about that is because that's sort of the big idea for my next album, which
Mm-hmm.
is mostly written. We haven't yet started recording it, but I've been thinking about different space ideas, and so we have songs about some different space things happening, and
So
so I thought that might be a nice lead in to that.
so this is hilarious. So I was doing some stuff. I was messing around with AI to get what to work on the bio and stuff for the show,
Uh huh.
and it wrote me a space song.
No way.
Yeah, and so it's called.
Is it good?
Well, I'm going to read it to you right now.
Okay. All right.
Lost in Space, a cosmic serenade,
Okay.
and it's here we go. In the vast expanse, should I rap it or should I just sing it? Or
Rap
should I
it,
just
rap
say
it.
it out loud.
There
In the
we go.
vast expanse of the Milky Way, their stardust travelers dance in the night and day. Nebulous swirls and the comets race by, and we sing this cosmic lullaby. Lost in space, and we find this place among the constellations embrace. Black holes hum and quasars gleam. Nice. Our celestial dreams. I haven't read this either. Take flight, it seems. We orbit the planets with the rings of ice. In the ride, the solar winds and the hearts entwine. Gravity pulls us closer, yet we soar. Nice. Exploring galaxies forevermore. I'm just going to go to the bridge.
Yeah.
Through the asteroids, fields, we navigate. Our starships fuel the wonders and fate. Superwave burst, painting skies ablaze, and we harmonize with its cosmic rays. So let's sing among the galactic choir. Our voices echo through the cosmic fire, lost in space yet found in each other's gaze.
Uh-huh.
We serenade the stars until the end of days.
That AI generator is a poet.
Yeah, it's killing it. I was just like, wow, that dude. Like, I've seen this.
Amazing.
There's this one bit this dude does, and he'll get AI to write a song, sing a song, and make it. And then it's some stuff where I'm just like, what's the point of even me being a musician at this point? Like, but yeah, that's fun.
I usually stay away from the AI just because I don't know. I'm not. I think it's interesting, but I just haven't played with it, and I'm sort of I'd rather do it myself, But
Yeah, totally fair.
I think it's interesting whenever I, see somebody has like done something like what you just did. It fascinates me. It's interesting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was not on purpose. I was trying to get
Yeah,
it to rewrite a thing, and then it wrote a song, and I was like, oh, come on, that's not what I want. Oh, I'm going to use this as a bit.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
And so, but yeah, there are times that I've seen it. Like, actually, I've considered the idea of letting AI make a whole album, and then what I do is actually rewrite the entire thing, but I let them be initial ideas.
Yeah. Why not?
Which
Yeah.
sounds funny, but
I mean, you could definitely use AI in interesting ways. I think as an artist, you could take something and then make it greater with your input. So it's all good,
yeah, and it's still it's just an interesting thought process. See, my trick is the reason I use AI in most situations because I can't write very good sentences, and so it makes the sentences look correct, like somebody actually can spell check, which is helpful to me. But anyways, so. That's great. I love the idea of space, all the different cool parts of space. So is there anything that you want to focus on? You said you just love space in general. Is there any focus on this song?
Do you want me to pick something or?
Yeah.
I
Well, we
don't
just
know.
want to know the direction that our course is going to go in.
Let's think about the stars. Something having to
Stars.
do with the stars.
I
Let's
love that.
something about
I
the
think
stars. Yeah.
a star in a star. Maybe I look up some names of stars. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Star
Play with the
invested
star and like
song.
being a superstar. Like,
I like that.
you could add in
Wow.
other ideas about stars, right?
Well, you don't even know is that you just like threw back to one of my songs from 2007.
Oh yeah.
It's called Hip Hop Superstar.
Oh, there we go.
So
Maybe we reference that song.
that's hilarious. Anyways, so there you go. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
So
All
in the
right.
same way idea, we talk about the big idea of the song. What's the big idea of Marsha and the Positrons? See, I did it right at that time.
There you go. Yeah. Well, so we play fun songs about science and how the world works with positive social messages. And it comes from, I'm actually a cognitive neuroscience by training, cognitive neuroscientist by training, not a cognitive neuroscience by training. And but I studied cognitive neuroscience. And so I like to write about science and I like to think about science and I want to make science fun for kids and families and kind of like inspire conversations, inspire people to think about something new and maybe to talk together about things, maybe like inspire them to you know, look up something that they hadn't thought about before. So I like to write about all kinds of different science topics, and it's science and how the world works, which is also kind of a connecting science to our humanity and just to life. And so sometimes the songs are not necessarily about science, but about life. But trying to kind of tie it all together in that way. So
That's awesome. What got you started in that? Like what made you go, hey, I'm gonna make songs for kids? Because I assume that wasn't the thing. I assume you didn't like graduate school or even go to school and think, oh, I'm gonna make songs for kids. Or unless you
yeah.
did.
No,
Like
no, I didn't. I mean, I've always been a singer since, ever since I can remember. And I grew up doing, musical theater and singing in the choir at school. And I always loved to sing. And I was always, a good student and was interested in science. And so at some point, I think I told friends in high school that I was going to become a singing marine biologist. So not too far from from that what I do now. Um,
nice.
I was sort of pursuing the whole science thing, was in grad school for it, and then decided to leave my PhD program with my master's. And I hadn't quite finished defending my master's thesis, but I had finished the project and I still had to like finish analyzing and write it up, and moved from the Midwest to the Boston area. And the day that I sent in my master's thesis, I bought a guitar and started taking guitar lessons because I had been writing songs in my head, and wanted to, and sometimes playing with other people who play guitar, like, and I would sing, but then I was, didn't want to always have to like coordinate with somebody else's schedule. So started to learn to play guitar. And then I would go, I think I mentioned earlier that I like jazz and blues. And so I would go out and sing. There was this like blues jam. I would go and one day I just went to check it out, and they said, "Oh, you should sign up and sing." And then the fellow who was running the blues jam was like, "Every time you come, you're going to sing." and and so that became a thing. And then I would go to this piano bar and just sing, and it was just fun to like. I hadn't really. I had mostly performed in like sort of school settings and sort of group settings. I never was in a band like in high school or anything like that. But just going out and performing for random audiences and just seeing their reaction and like, oh, I'm enjoying singing, but they're enjoying it, and just kind of that sort of spurred me forward. And then meanwhile, I was learning guitar and starting to write on my own. And then after a few years of that, we moved to Washington, D.C., which is where we still are. And in that next year, I had my daughter, and was just singing to her all the time, when since the day she was born, and I would sing her jazz songs, and then started making up songs to keep her occupied while I was making dinner or what have you. So one of the first songs that I wrote was from my first album, this song called Spinach and Carrots that I wrote. It's a jazzy song that I wrote while I was like making dinner to entertain her. And it just kind of came out of, out of raising kids. I have 3 kids now. And a lot of the songs came from conversations or questions. You were saying how your kiddo has all these different kinds of like questions. So of course, like kids always come up with the most random
Oh yeah.
random conversations, random questions. And so a lot of my songs came out of conversations with my own kids. And then I started also teaching when my daughter was 3. I started teaching at her preschool, started teaching music. Got recruited to do that when I went in to play for her birthday.
Yeah.
And played a few songs, wrote her a birthday song, and played a few songs. And they ended up saying, "Hey, have you ever thought about teaching music?" And then that led to a training and teaching music at the preschool. And so I started writing more based on like the conversations with the students and my own kids, and kind of it just sort of flowed from there. So it's sort of this windy path has led me here.
That's funny. That's amazing how that works.
Yeah.
It's funny. You're like, no, that's not exactly what I was planning, but it's what happened.
Yeah, and I mean, and I think of I do, since I do so much work with young kids, it's all about brain development, right? Kids are like I think a lot about all that's going on in their heads, and so I like playing with that and sort of like giving them things to do with their bodies, which we know is really important. Like the music and movement piece when they're doing it together is like super important for brain development. So I think about that. And also I do these days I mostly do teaching artist work where I'm working with teachers and working in the classroom and working with the caregiver sometimes. And it's like teaching them how to use music and movement with their kiddos, either in the classroom or at home, and sort of helping them understand like how critical it is for brain development while they have fun with music. So
that's awesome.
So it's still tied together in a weird way in my head and in practice as well.
That's great. So. Like that's such a cool idea that it's gone that way, and that you've enjoyed it like through all the times you've done it. How long have you been doing music now?
Let's see.
How long have you been doing kids music?
Well, I've been doing kids music for like 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's a while.
Or maybe around 2021, something like that. I started teaching when my daughter was 3 and she's now 21, so maybe like 18 years of like sort of formally doing it, and a few years more of doing it informally. But
I always get mad because was it like in 2004 or something, I released an album called Sock Monkey Confessionals.
Okay.
And Saul Paul then or now, well, he said, when I got into kids music, I always thought that you, Scout, were going to be in kids music because of your Sock Monkey Confessionals album. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me that 20 years ago? Because if I would have realized
thought
that I
of
could
that,
just do kids music the whole time, I would have just done that.
Yeah.
Like, it's something like I've been doing this junk I've been doing it for 20 years if I knew.
Yeah.
I could do zillions of songs about sock monkeys. Let's go.
Yeah,
and he's like, I always thought that's what you're going to do. And hence the reason I got into it now. It's because
wow.
He was like, you're really good at that part. And then I had kids. And so it was like, oh yeah, obviously they think I'm cool. And think that me making silly songs. Well, actually, they don't like my silly songs. But, that's a whole different thing. They think softball's awesome. And all the other people that listen that do music are awesome. But when Daddy's not as good as them. Is what I say.
Well, they gotta criticize, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm used to the haters. So but I always laugh because when you say that, it just reminds me of how it was like, dude, why didn't somebody just tell me? Like, you know what? I guess it would hurt my feelings, right? Like, you don't need to be a serious rapper. You need to focus on being a kid's musician.
Well, I think we all find our way to where we're going. It's not always a straight path. Like I said, it's like a windy path that led me here. And I think that all the things that we've done in the past, like shed light on what you're doing now, right? So like you wouldn't have been the same artist if you had just done it before kids, maybe, or without the other experiences that you have. So it's all good. It's just sometimes we need that other we need to go we need the path to be windy.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
But it's funny, like one of my high school friends came to a show. I did a show in I'm originally from the Boston area, and so I did a show in Massachusetts in March, and this like very good friend of mine came out to the show, and she was like, "This is what you were born to do." Like, I can't believe she was just like really enjoyed it and was happy to see me on stage, and just was like, "This is like what you were meant to do your whole life," So that was cool. But I had to get here the way that I got here. But I didn't start recording. I've been recording music and doing more of the performing for like I guess about 12 or 13 years, something like that. Yeah. I made my first record when I was 9 months pregnant with my third child. So
totally understandable.
I had been like writing some songs, like the songs that came out of, since my daughter was a baby, and from teaching, and had started to write some songs. And then I realized, okay, if I don't record them now, it's going to be like another 5 years before I do anything with these. So I ended up going into the studio. It was like 2 weeks away from delivery, and had this like marathon day where we recorded all the vocals and all the guitar parts, and that became my first record. So
that's hilarious.
My Gravity Vacation record.
Yeah,
and then it was like about 5 years before I started the next record, and then I think it came out like maybe 6 or 7 years later. By the time we were done with that whole process, and in the meantime, my band formed, and then rebranded, and had a whole it was like a bigger project and all that. So
once you
it's
had other
all
people
growing.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely get into that. But first, let's stop. And
okay.
So you're actually going to be the guinea pig for this, which I'm really excited about.
Okay.
No, it's a very good thing.
Okay.
And so we're going to make a beat. We're not really going to make a beat. We're going to pick a beat because I have my good friend, Joe November, who's a producer. He actually donated some songs for the podcast. And so we have all kinds of funny songs that we can use, or beats. We're only going to listen to 3 of them because I don't want to go through all of them.
Okay.
And you're going to pick, oh my gosh, he just sent me
and pick my favorite
songs.
Of the 3?
Yeah, and then we're going to make a song with that. And, it's my friend's productions. So should we start at the beginning of the list or the back of the list? What do you think? Your choice.
Back of the list.
All right, let's go. Those have names, so that's
okay.
Should I read some names?
Read me some names. And just, and I'm picking based on the names, and then we'll listen?
No, we'll play some music.
Okay.
No, once you find a name you like, then we'll pick 3 around that.
Okay. All right.
So, Nelizized, Soulback, number 6, Cool Out and Listen, Classico Violet, Cisco Vibin', Nothing Else, Chase the Sea. Any of those sound good?
I like, a lot of, okay. I like Chase the Sea. I like Cisco Vibe. I like, what was there was when you read before that sounded good too. When any of those.
All right, well, we'll go back to that in a second.
Oh, Soul Vibin' or something like that. Soul
Vibin',
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me press this button and go share the screen, and then go window, and then we're going to go here, and then we're going to share audio, share a tab or screen instead. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to go to Facebook. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Beats for Scout. And then share. All right, here we go.
Suspense.
I know. I'm like, then we're going to move this down here. Boom. Then we'll press play. Maybe.
All right, and which one?
That's kind of fun.
Which one is that?
This is Chase the Sea.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll go to Soulback or
whatever it was, Soul something.
There was Cisco Vibin', Soulback, and Soulback.
Either one of those.
Here we go. If you can't hear something, tell me.
Okay.
You hear that?
I hear it.
This is very chill.
Very chill.
Very long intro.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the beat to drop.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh.
That one's good. I like that one. That's nice. You want to listen longer, or you want to check one more? Oh, that's nice.
I like this one.
Yeah. We'll do one more just for
Okay, yeah.
purposes.
So far, that's the leader.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. All right, so Cisco Violin, Cool and Out Listen, or number 6, or Neilalized.
Was that last one soul vibing or soul back?
That was Soul Back.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. You pick the last one.
I'm going to do Neilalized just because I have no idea what that is.
All right.
Here we go. Turn on the volume. Hey. This is a little faster. But the other one's cooler. Right?
I like this one. I feel like I don't know if I'm ready to flow this fast.
Well, luckily for you, you don't have to.
You're doing it. Okay. Yeah. So it's up to you then. It's up to you.
No. It's your. Yeah. It's the songs for you, so you get to decide. Do you like this one or do you like Soulback? Your choice.
I liked them both a lot.
Okay, so all right. How about this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rap to them and see which one you like the most.
Okay.
Every single day I gotta say that it's the same when I rearrange words, and I gotta understand only if I get it down. You feel it like a stain window when they gotta make it down anyway. I don't even get what they can say, and they gotta pray. Hey, all right, there's that one.
Okay, nice.
And then we got let's skip the intro.
Yeah. Get to where the beat drops.
It's like a dream in the night, but I'm singing out loud, and I'm saying what I'm doing, I'm turning it down. I made it like the day and the stars in the sky. I exhale and I breathe and I run my life, and I don't even get what they are doing anymore. I gotta break it through, I gotta see the simple soul. Hey.
I think that's the winner.
Soulback is our
yeah, Soulback is our winner. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Soulback is ready to go.
Yeah.
We can take it off there so it doesn't play randomly while we're going.
Okay.
And so, when we talk about the beat, it's the foundation. And so, we've already kind of talked about what got you started. Now, you did mention it is that you started with the crew. You started with the band. I assume that kind of changed the sounds, changed your thoughts on what kind of stuff you were going to do when you started working with other people. And is that true?
Um.
And how did you end up with a band? Most people just do like solo stuff, and you're just like, no, I just ended up with a whole group of Positrons.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of gradual. I don't know. I mean, so for when I write, so far I mostly write. Well, so far for the albums that I have released, I've written them myself. Occasionally had a collaborator, and the songs just come when they come, and they don't. I don't usually sit down with an instrument to write songs. It's the songs will come to me. I'll be, driving somebody somewhere, or like doing the dishes or what have you, and thinking about something, and the song idea will come, and I'll record it, and the music and lyrics come together, and then later on I figure out what the chords are. So with my songs are usually I'll just kind of have the basic rhythm and the basic melody and have the song, which will be a full song, but then the other layers come later. So when I'll usually bring them, I've had the same producer produce all of my albums so far, and he's like super talented. So I'll bring him my songs, and then he'll have some other ideas, and I'm just open to various ideas. So, he hears what he hears in them. And then, the other instrumentalists will add their own input as well. And so sometimes it's something that's planned out, and sometimes it happens like in the studio. And with this last record, we had actually like a lot more collaborators, and I gained a couple of bandmates in the process of recording. And so like my current keyboard player, I first met him. He was a friend of my producer's, and he had come to the studio and had input for the record, and then ended up becoming a major part of the band. So it like I said, it's a windy path that leads me in in different directions. So my bandmates have kind of come in different ways. I never like auditioned people for a band or whatever. It's, just kind
Just
of
kind of happened.
met people or had a gig where it was, I mean, I guess, yeah, I just had different gigs where it was, I wanted somebody else to join me from one reason or another. And then, someone either couldn't do it and I invited somebody else and then they ended up joining the band and then I ended up having more bandmates and, and then everybody always has like multiple things going on. So sometimes, somebody can't do a gig and they either, end up doing other things or somebody else comes in or, so it's kind of, sometimes it's a little bit of a changing cast of characters, um, which is fine, which is fine by me. So
Yeah. So there's not like when it comes to creativity, they add their own stuff, but they're not like inputting into the songs. You just come in with the songs, and then later they're kind of adding. Well, now I guess it's more input than it used to be.
it's more, I mean, it is collaborative, because like for this, so my current band is Ayana Galant, who is, she sings backup and does
She's
percussion.
cool. I got
She's
to meet
been,
her in Boston.
yeah.
In
So
Boston?
she's been a
Yeah.
part of, in Boston for the
Yeah.
conference, right? So she's been a part of the band for 7 years now. And so like this last record, she was more of a part of it. The previous record, she was very new to the band. I think she had just done a little bit with us, and her one of she was brought in because our old drummer was her bandmate in another band, and then she couldn't play a gig and ended up bringing Ayana in for a while. They were both with us, and then so it's just like I said, this windy path. But so she had more input this past record because she's been playing with me longer and created some of the like backing vocals and things. And then my keyboard player, David Durst, like I said, he's the one who had come into the studio and he really contributed a lot to the record because he's just a brilliant pianist. And
Fred Durst's brother, right?
and what's that?
Fred Durst's brother.
Yeah, right. You would laugh at that.
One of those days.
But there were no keyboard parts, right? So it was like an open palette for him to add. And so I'm game for different additions. And then sometimes my producer would have an idea, like he played trombone on one of the tracks. He brought in a saxophone player for a few of the tracks, and so it was like great to get all that different input. And my producer also played live drums on the last two records. And he's a brilliant drummer as well. So, just I just kind of let him do his thing because it's always good.
He's so good at what he does.
Yes, really. Yeah.
But
really.
Was a live band always the plan? Because you play guitar, so was that always your thought, or did it just kind of, as you said,
it just happened? There was no there's no plan. There's no plan. Somebody recently asked me like, "Hey, what are your goals?" And I'm like,
I'm just still going.
I'm just kind of like trying to like make good music, trying to like get it out into the world. I like I said, my sort of like overarching goal is to kind of make science fun for kids and families, right? And to like put out something new into the world and also to connect science to our humanity. So I think that like my the name Positrons is about like science and positive vibes and sort of melding those two things together and then just kind of seeing where it goes. And so yeah, there is no grand plan. Yeah. I probably should have a grand plan, but I don't. Yeah.
I'm not sure how Marsha and the Negatrons were really
different. It's a different vibe.
That's a real crazy vibe to decide you're just be a negative science teacher.
Yeah, could you imagine?
For kids? Like
they're like the anti-heroes. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a different thing.
Hate anyone that doesn't love science. Yeah.
I like it.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, but I think it's just, I think the goal is just to kind of create good stuff and hopefully, be able to like make a living at it and get it out into the world. I'd love for, like more people to hear what I do and to like awesome. to find something interesting in it for themselves. So I hope that like my music connects to people and makes them feel good, makes them, makes them interested in something, makes them think about something new, think about something interesting. So you got the beard brush. I love it.
This is my daughter's brush. This is her no tingle brush. And I was
It
brushing my hair
works.
earlier, so but it works for my beard too.
It works. It works.
Um, that's that's fun. I have a friend who one of my favorite rap groups and happens to be one of my friends is Speech from the rap group Arrested Development.
Okay.
And they started with just like turntables, and they became a full band, and now they tour as a
Yeah.
full band.
Nice.
And so it's just so interesting to like. I said, I have friends like JJ is his bass player, and he's like crazy. Oh, a guitar player, and so he's sick, and it's just like funny to see the band with this rap group, and it's such a cool thing. So it's like
Yeah.
it's a cool thing, but how he pulls off still making money doing it. A band
Yeah.
is much harder than just one person.
It
Uh,
is. Yeah.
when I run my kids' booths, I have to pay people, so it's
Yeah.
like I just can't. Like if I just did it by myself, I can make all the money. But then what happens after I pay people? Then I'm making like $10.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like seeing the growth, following the growth and kind
Hmm.
of like letting it grow with you, right? So yeah, that's
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, yeah,
amazing.
but there was no I didn't have a grand plan. I've just kind of let it happen. And the band has changed. Sometimes we've had more members or fewer members, just depending like as people
Move
as
on
people
and
do their
grow.
things
Yeah,
like because like our current bass player moved to Nashville, so he played like one show with us this summer when he happened to be back in town, and we now a couple have been playing recently with a guest bass player, and his friend is a drummer, so we've played some shows with them, and both of them are probably going to play more shows with us. But and then my bandmate met some another bass player, another guitar player, and they might
yeah.
end up doing so it's just you kind of
And
I kind of
sometimes
like leave it open to see where it's going to go. And
sometimes it's a little lower budget too. It's a little
yeah,
nicer
it
in that
depends.
if somebody's just coming on for a quick gig, you can get them for a little cheaper, or free sometimes.
Well, I try to
Um,
pay everybody fairly, but I do
Good. Not me. I try
it,
to
it
rip
it's
everybody
always a
off.
it's
No, I'm just
always a
kidding.
juggle with when somebody's booking you. I'm like, well, like what are you looking for? Like whether it's a
Yeah,
solo or a duo or band show or whatever. And I try to that kind of often is like the deciding factor of like whether it's going to be like a band show or a smaller
nice.
combo. And but it's because I want to make sure that I'm paying musicians fairly,
Yeah, that's
and
important.
and then just it also kind of adds to our flexibility, right? Because it makes the shows more interesting because it's not always the same. Sometimes it's me with one bandmate or with a different bandmate or a different kind of show. So I
That's
think that
amazing.
keeps it interesting too.
That's really cool. That's such an awesome thing that you started with one thing and then it ended up being a band, ended up being more close
Yeah.
knit, and that was cool. Like
And I
that.
mean, and it's always me with the guitar and singing. So like there's that as the bass, and then
Yeah,
and it can have different things on top of it, right? So like my keyboard player, if it's just me and him, he also plays the bass parts, and he can play the electric guitar parts and the keyboard. He'll do all kinds of different things. Or if it's me and my percussionist slash singer, then we've got a couple of other elements there, so we can do
nice.
different things. So
That's so cool, and it's fun. I said I've gotten to be in a live band a few times, and yeah, it's so much more fun to like do a live show with a live band. Like I do this 4-hour musical chairs I do every year
okay,
for a Christmas show,
okay,
and I do it where they'll play music, and so sometimes the band that's coming to play just one or two songs, they're friends, and so they'll actually do it live with me. So they're
nice,
sitting there, and so I'm like having to look at them when I'm about to stop the song,
yeah.
and but it's like a full live band helping me do musical chairs,
Oh, that's
and
hilarious.
it's
That's
very,
awesome.
but that's a fun, and that's how the booth morphed into an actual live band compared to
Wow,
just playing tracks
nice,
because it's just
nice.
so much nicer. You can control it, and then again, I get an
Yeah.
excuse to invite my friends to go to a giant music festival for free. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think playing with other people is just like that's where it's at. Like uh making music with other people is just it's a beautiful thing. So,
yeah. All right, so now we're
yeah.
gonna work on the chorus. So what is the hook of our
Mm.
song? So what's the hook?
What is the
Do we
hook?
need to play the jam here so we can
Yeah.
come up with some
Yeah.
something something?
Mhm.
Oh, we should listen to it so I know where the chorus comes in.
Okay. Da, da, da. It's coming. Are you hearing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not here. I'm not hearing
Oh,
it.
sorry. I'm jamming out, and you're just looking at me like.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the chorus. Right here. Oops, sorry. You hear it in a second. What do you hear now? You hear the guitar? So, we do something simple like stars in the sky only replicate, and I wait for the life I still can't wait. Luminous celestial bodies. I wasn't born, but I can't see one star in the sky. You're the dream till I die, but you're already dead, so that's weird for me.
That went in a different direction than I expected.
I was just thinking about the facts. That's what I was saying.
Okay, all right.
This is a really good song. I like this
Yeah.
beat a lot. Oh, there it is. That's the chorus again.
Do you want me to sing something or?
Yeah, we're
Alright.
coming up with the chorus. So
Okay.
What do you think?
See the stars in the sky. It's beautiful to be alive. They glow.
Beautiful to be alive, but they're just gaseous. Was it the definition of a star? A star is a massive, self-luminous celestial body of gas that shines by radiation delivered through the eternal energy sources. One of 10 billions of trillions of stars in the observable universe. Only a very small percentage are visible to the naked eye. Oh! Let's see.
I see the stars in the sky, and it's beautiful to be alive.
There's a chance.
They shine. Wait. Oh, they shine and glow.
Stars in the sky. It's beautiful to be alive.
Oh, they shine and they glow. There's billions radiating. Only a few. Only
So are
see
we
a
making
few
it like
with
a,
your
are we doing like a
naked
love
eye.
song to stars? Are we doing that kind of feel like the love? Because you did the
I
love
don't
song
know.
part, you could be like, there's stars in the sky.
Stars
It's
in the
beautiful to be
sky.
alive, but will I ever see you till I die? Or will I ever see you? Or will I just die without ever feeling your radiation? Like I never want. I don't really want to feel the radiation because it was dying of a star. Let's see. Oh, that's a fun song. We
Okay.
literally have that playing for 3 minutes. That's
Okay.
funny. And we have stars in the sky, beautiful life, right? Is that where we're
Beautiful to be alive. And they
Be
shine and they
alive.
glow. Something.
at? Well, you do have that idea that it's like we're seeing them, but they're already probably gone. Like, so that's an interesting thought process. So it's like, when we look at stars, it's beautiful to be
Radiation
alive.
from long ago.
Beautiful to be alive, but you already may have died.
Mm.
But I don't know how that's beautiful. That's more.
They shine and they glow. Radiation from long ago.
Ooh, shine in the glow, radiation from long ago.
It's radiation
inspire
from long
today.
ago to inspire us today. To go out and play. To go outside
Well, we don't want
and
to go.
play.
Don't go out. No, we're not promoting going out to play in the dark.
Not in the dark, in the
Marsha,
light.
come on.
In the dark, in the light
okay.
time. And
Okay, you're in
this,
the
our
light.
sun is a star as well.
But sure, but we're talking about the stars in the sky. So we're seeing the stars, and then you're saying go out and play, and then parents are going to be like, "Great, they're trying to make them go out and play in the dark." And then kids will listen to the song.
Don't play in the dark.
I'm just being silly.
Yeah.
Um,
It's It's not safe at the park.
Okay. So one problem that we'll have,
Yeah.
well, actually, no, you have your mic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see something.
Okay.
So I have this studio I can send you,
Mm-hmm.
and you can actually record the vocals. So the problem with singing the song while the beat's playing from me is you're going to be off.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
And so it doesn't work very well unless I'm doing it.
Okay.
But you're definitely a better singer than me. So now I
It's
do
all
have this
good.
thing
It's
called
all good.
Soundtrap.
Okay.
Now, two things. First off, we can I can just sing the chorus that we make up,
Yeah.
and then I actually can send you this later, and then you can actually sing a chorus, replace my vocals with your vocals, and I can use it for the next show, so I can show people what we
Okay.
made. So,
Okay. Whatever. It's all good.
or I can send it
Whatever.
to you now, and you can try, but I'm not 100% sure it'll work.
Okay. Well, I'm game
So-
with you. You lead me. You're the podcast leader, so
know,
I'm gonna
I know.
I'm gonna follow what you suggest.
What I say, where I go, what I do, I don't know. All right, so we got what do you got so far? Tell me what we have.
I see the stars in the sky, and it's beautiful to be alive. And it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, they shine and they glow. Radiation from long ago.
Nice.
What else? What else we said?
Long radiation
About
from
there's
long
only a
ago.
few that you can see with the naked eye. There's billions.
Yeah.
Something about the
There's
billions.
and we only see a small percentage of them.
Mm-hmm. Billions of points of light. Only see a few with your naked eye.
There you go. That's
But
nice.
you only see a few with your naked eye.
And that's how my love is. I don't need to see you. I just need to be close to you.
Need space.
Space. Let's see here. So we go downloads. And then we go soul back. And we move soul back here. And then we go pop. Is that going to work? Oh, add a new track. Let's go here. Boom. There it goes. Man, this is going to take longer than I wanted to. But that's okay. I'm going back over here. All right. So I like that. That's a fun, like, I'm a little concerned how I'm going to actually come up with lyrics for that cool of a chorus. But hey, it's what it is.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
I've never done this before, so I don't know how this works.
Yeah, no. Normally I just come up with a goofy chorus, and then people
Okay.
are like, I'll go, stars in the sky are like farts in my butt. No, just play this.
We're gonna elevate. We're gonna elevate this podcast.
It's not that silly, but normally, as I said, most of the time it's animals, so it's like food.
Okay.
So talking macaroni and cheese, yes sirree, hee, ha ha, and then I mess it up as I'm doing it live, but it's funny. All right, so here we go. Then I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to copy this. Copy. Then I'm going to send this to you on Facebook just because it's the easier thing to reach at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm going to go bap, bap. Oh, wrong person. Joe would not appreciate me asking him. Well, I mean, he would because it's his beat, but it's not you. Sorry, taking too long.
It's okay.
And so normally I'm making the beat, so that's even more silly because it's like me making a beat as people are just watching me make the beat. So, all right, now I sent you a message.
Okay.
Try to see what you can do with that.
Right.
By clicking on it, and then we'll figure that part out.
All right,
so,
so-
stars in the sky. So the song is again just about how stars are far away, how we can't really perceive if they're there or they're not, but then at the same time how
I have to sign up. You know what?
You don't have to.
Creating a password is like the bane of my existence.
You don't have to. We can just not do this part.
No, it's
This
fine.
was a
I can
silly
do it.
idea.
I just have to think of a password.
We'll just tell everybody. How
Yes,
you
no.
do bongo?
No, I'm going to come up with one.
I'm a jokester. But yeah,
And
so
hopefully
then-
I'll remember it later. That's the question.
Well,
8
Normally, I
characters
just
is one
literally-
letter and one number. Did
I
I do
usually
that?
log in with my Google or whatever, and so then I don't have to use the passwords.
Okay, let me try. I'm just going to make sure I type it properly so that
Yeah, no stress.
so that when I try it later, it'll work.
Bonsai tree.
Okay.
112.
You stop saying random things because that's.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is what I do. Random things. Man.
All right, hold on. Now I got it. You got to scroll down to my birth year, which is going to take a long time.
What? 2006. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Sign up. Let's see if it worked. Okay. Start my 1 month free
Don't
trial.
do that.
No.
You don't need
What
a
do I need to
1 month free
do?
trial.
What do I need to do? Just close this window. Close this
Yep.
window. Okay.
Okay.
So is it there? Wait. Enter
Yeah,
studio.
so you should be able to go
Save
into-
password. I'm going to do that because otherwise
do that.
that's going to be a problem later.
Well, the cool part is like literally if
Oh,
we were at-
message? Is it in there? Is it in message? No,
it
no,
should
that's
be-
welcome. That's a welcome.
No,
message. I
you
don't
should
care about
go.
that.
You should see a little like
Projects.
yeah.
Okay. What is this called? Does it
It
have a
has
name?
no part. It's just from me. It's a project by me. I'm going. Give me a second. All right. And
I see. I think random things here.
so what you want to do is you go up to. Let me go out of here, close, and then go file. Oh, go here. Okay. All right. So right here, I apologize, everybody that's watching this game.
I'm sure this is fascinating. I'm sure it's
So,
fascinating to everyone.
You'll see projects.
Yeah.
And then do you see the thing where it says start collaboration?
Yes.
Okay. And then if
Click
you
on that.
Yeah. Click on this,
Email
yeah,
not
it's-
activated.
Oh yeah, you have to send it. It's to an email. You have to like.
Oh, okay.
verify
All
it.
right. Let me go verify.
So much work. We've already committed to this bit.
Why is it not here though? It hasn't. Oh, there we go. Activate your SoundTrap account.
Yes,
All right.
do
Clicking
it.
on the link. I'm doing it. Okay. So now
And
if
hey, if you're looking for a really fun interactive website, go to soundtrap.com.
Okay, now
they
that's
make great music.
add people.
You should go to see. It's just say messages. Check those.
All right, let's see. I have the welcome message.
Okay, and then go messages. All right, welcome. All right, let me try again. Give me a
Okay,
second.
now that I have an account.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go.
Or should I go back to the link that you sent and try to click on it now?
Oh yeah,
that I
do
have
that.
an account.
That's smart.
Let's do that. Let's do that and
yeah,
see if that works now.
You're a genius.
And loading project. It's happening. It's happening.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
So,
get started. Click on Jason Riley invited you to a live collaboration.
ooh,
Get started.
fancy.
Click on get started. Okay. Try to
So fancy.
postpone. I don't need to add people, right?
Nope. No
It's
ad
already
people.
there. I'm just gonna. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All
So
right,
you're
we're
looking
here.
at it.
Yeah.
All right. So
Nice.
now the only trick here is that
Yeah.
what you're gonna have to do is all right. So the hook. Let me finish that part and then we'll do the other stuff.
Okay.
So when it comes to the hook, that's the thing that people remember and then do this stuff. What is it that you want people to remember about your band, about the music that you do? What's the kind of hook that you try to have that reaches the children? What's your thought process? As you said, it's probably positive vibes. So what's the hook for you?
Inspiring people to learn about science.
That's awesome.
Is that too much? Is that too long?
No, that's great. It's
Okay.
your answer. You can say whatever you want. That's actually the shortest answer I've ever gotten when I asked this question.
Okay.
So no, that was great. Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I think the idea of inspiring people to like do something different, especially with science songs or things like that, it's like you're actually expanding people's minds, right? They're thinking about things that they wouldn't normally think of, and so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then it's like, inspiring the next generation of scientists, inspiring people to wonder, inspiring people to like connect science to our humanity. That's all.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
only that.
Oh, just changing the world.
Just that. Just want to change the world a bit. Yeah.
Let's see. That's cool. And so I think that's important. Now, where can people find your music, where they can find you and all that stuff?
Yeah, so they can. So our website is marshaandthepositrons.com. They can find us on all the streaming places, including YouTube. We've actually been working really hard on expanding our YouTube channel. I've been making a lot of videos since like January. I've been trying to release a video every couple of weeks. So we have a bunch of music videos that are also lyric videos, which I love the idea of that because it's kind of sneaky reading practice for kids. So if kids are like emerging readers, it's like encouraging them to read, or if they're even littler and they're just learning their letters, it's exposure. And then if they're older and they're like proficient readers, they can sing along, they can follow along, they can get all the like sometimes there are jokes in my in my songs that are like vocabulary related, or there's like facts in there, so they're like getting all the facts and stuff. So anyway, but I have a bunch of those. And there's also a couple of they're not all made by me. There's one for this song from our recent album called Fly Ladybug Fly, that's a puppet based video. That's a fun one. And then we actually have one coming in a couple of weeks that I just finished adding my touches to for this song called Counting on My Brain, that's animated. And it's
Nice.
a mix of animation by Billy Kelly, who is another kindy artist, and he's a graphic designer as well, and he's a comedian. He does all these different things. He actually designed our logo for Positronic for our second album, and then so he collaborated on this video. And so there's animated parts, and there's also some other parts mixed in with that, and it's also lyrics as well. So I'm excited to share that soon.
That's
so
awesome.
They can find us on YouTube. That was the long answer. Find us on YouTube. You can also find us on Spotify. You can find us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. I'm not great at like sending out email newsletters, but I'm pretty active on social media. So if you want to find me, that's a good way to find me.
Awesome.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube are my top places.
And you have an album coming out. Oh, you don't know yet.
Our last album just came out last September 1st. So it's not even, it's still baby. So but I have the next album is fully written, and we have not yet started recording it. This is a cool story. So this one, as I had mentioned that for most of my songs, I write the songs. For this next album, it was actually co-written with my colleague Claudia Robin Gunn, who is in New Zealand, and we wrote the songs by Zoom. So we've actually never met in person, but we've spent a lot of time together on Zoom. And she also does songs about like science and nature. And she came across me. We were, our kindy community is very connected online. And so during the pandemic, we connected, and she proposed writing together. And I was like, okay, like I've never really done that, but let's give it a go. And I've never done it in person, only done it by Zoom. So she had come in with this idea for this song, Thank You Science, that we actually recorded when we were making our last album, Energetic. So we've released that song as a single. And she recorded her parts in New Zealand, and we recorded the other parts of the band. And then my producer put it all together. But while we were writing that song, we kind of got sidetracked and wrote another song. That just in that first Zoom session, we wrote like 2 songs, like almost completely. And then we had subsequent Zoom sessions. So we have a full album, and that it's like written. And then I'm hoping to get into the studio sometime maybe this fall or winter, like when everybody's schedules align. And I'm hoping that my producer will be able to make the next one again, depending on his schedule. And I don't think I've called him out by name, but his name is TJ Lipple, and he's like, super talented. Awesome. And we've enjoyed making all of these records together. So hopefully he's in for the next one as well. And and we'll start to put that together, and it'll be a little bit of a interesting thing to do with with colleagues in New Zealand. So she'll be maybe working with a producer there, or recording things and sending them over here. We haven't figured that piece of it out yet. This will be a little more complicated, but I'm up for the challenge.
Well, I've released like 3 albums, and our producers in Germany.
Oh, wow.
It's actually easier than you think.
Okay.
They just send their music, and then you just, and he'll give his stuff. And again, you can do cool stuff like what I just showed you is the sound trap, but you also can do something like this where you actually are watching the person as they're recording. Like you're streaming them as you're watching them do the song.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, now technology is amazing, right? Like I would, if prior to the pandemic, it would not have occurred to me that you could like get on a video call and write a song with somebody on the other side of the world, right?
Like, no, it's crazy.
So that who knew that would be a thing. So I mean, everything like leads. You never know the windy path that's where it's going to lead you.
Yeah, I always laugh. Like, who knew I was going to be interviewing people that are in different places, different time zones, Philippines, and I'm just there hanging out with them. And it was like
online,
help that situation,
right?
You're like, oh yeah, this is the thing we're going to do.
Yeah,
so that's
so amazing. Fun. It's amazing. So it's a one positive thing that's come out of all of that, right?
Yeah, I got a kid out of it, so it worked out for me.
It's a good thing too.
Half of America.
Yes.
I laugh. I have like 8 friends that all had kids at the same time.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like okay.
Good way to keep busy.
Yep. All right. So what we're gonna do now is all right. So what I want you to do is you're gonna have to turn off your mic. Make this actually be a good song.
All right.
And let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, so silly. All right, here we go. What is happening? Oh, there. All right, we're gonna turn this up. Yeah. Stars in the sky got me thinking about the dreams that I had when I'm amazing, but I'm running in man. Yo, they're only radiation that slowly complicates, moves close. Now I gotta say that I'm never waiting. How long do we wait? The crazy part be this sun could be dead. That's what watching it see. Sometimes I understand these gaseous cases, only if I can't understand the way that I'm waiting, faking the dreams that we once had. And I was right, cause I'm looking, cause I'm feeling bad. But I know that I love you when I can't be, as I could see all these amazing things shining on me. I'm only trying so hard to make it through, but I'm waiting for that power and I keep it true. I am not afraid, sometimes I say the words that I gotta say. Yeah.
I see the stars in the sky, and it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, they shine and they glow, radiation from long ago. Billions of stars do I see, yeah, that's my destiny. Billions and billions of stars, I see them here where we are.
How it's only the same when I'm trying to see the brightness measured only in the way astronomers define the stellar situations. I'm waiting for the light in my day, but now my life be when I'm trying so hard and they're waiting for me. And my history is a metaphor, but we gotta say it, history is present and we know we can't stop. Please do not play in the dark, but you see time. Sometimes I gotta see the stars, they shine. And I be thinking about the life that we have. There are billions of them that we can't even comprehend. It makes the same that you never go. It's like a black hole taking in the light, never see it, yo. And I'm tripping cause I still can't go. But when I look at your eyes, this is what I know. I'm not afraid of the pain that I once had, but now I think about you every day. I'm not afraid of this light, cause I got you to embrace when we're running this way. All these beautiful stars, my life was amazing, I'm going so far now. It's only the same that we be, I'm waiting for the life that you still can't believe.
I see the stars in the sky, and it's beautiful to be alive. Oh, they shine and they glow, radiation from long ago. Billions of stars do I see, yeah, that's my destiny. Billions and billions of stars, I see them here where we are.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah. If we were better with the technology, if I was better with the technology, that would have come out better. But yeah, that was great.
Oh, it's fine. It's a funny. Well, and I wasn't even like I was more focused on trying to get the technology working than I was trying to make a dope song. But I think it worked out. It was fun and silly, and
we broke new ground.
Well, now let's see. I'll have to mess with the actual lyrics and send them to you just for fun.
Okay.
So, but you now have a recording, so I can show it to you. So, but yeah, no, it's so cool to hang out with you. I hope you had fun. We definitely went 45 minutes over our normal time, and it's fine. The only person that's mad is my son, who's like, "Yo,
who's like, what's happening? It's bedtime, man."
Yeah, he's like, "Dad, where are you?" Well, it's summertime.
It's summertime. It's all good. Yeah,
it's all. And tomorrow's his actual
crazy days of summer.
Tomorrow is his 7th birthday. As people on the stream found out earlier when you were recording.
Oh, well, happy birthday! Happy birthday to your kiddo.
Yeah, nice. I said we had a birthday party for him on Saturday.
I know, that's exciting.
And tomorrow is his actual birthday, so we're gonna go. There's a Japanese arcade by our house.
Okay.
And so we're gonna go to a Japanese arcade and play cool rhythm games.
Fun.
Because they have great deals. Because just like you can go to a Japanese arcade and pay $5 for an hour of games.
Oh.
Compared to going to Dave and Buster's.
And I promised you at some point the kitties would come, and here we go before the end. This is one of our kitties. His name is Bowie. He came to us. His name was Bowtie, and we thought Bowie was better. His brother is Ziggy, so it seemed like we kind of have a David Bowie theme going with our cats. But yeah, he's a cutie pie, aren't you cute? You don't know that you're on the podcast.
Yep, on the live stream podcast, all those things.
I don't know if you can hear him purring. Can you hear him purring in the mic?
We actually did let's see. One of the episodes a while ago was actually about my friend's cat.
Aw.
And we actually had purring in the song.
Oh.
And so he recorded his vocals, but he also is a sound engineer. So I think it's funny, just like, hey, I'm gonna need to teach you how to use a system live on a show. That was a smart move on my behalf.
Well, hey, it's all good. It's all good. We made it work.
I don't mind. I said I have my hip hop affinity group that I do once a month.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the times it's just me sitting in a room by myself waiting for somebody to show up late.
I need to come to that if I can. I would love to do that. Yeah.
I have one guy that's come the last 2 meetings, and he said hi. It's Joe.
Oh, yay.
so I told Joe that I was hanging out with you, and he's like, well, I'll tell her, make sure she knows I say hi.
Yay.
So, in his own way.
I haven't talked to him in a little while. Yeah.
So he comes up, he always is like, it's not like he's going to bust out in a rap, but I'll just rap for him and make jokes. And
sweet.
I said there's this really cool theme park for people with disabilities here in San Antonio.
Oh,
and so I was telling about it because they actually have like a roller coaster where you stick your wheelchair in it.
Oh, wow. How cool is that?
Yeah, because the dude has a daughter. It's called Morgan's Wonderland.
Okay.
His daughter has a disability. And so he sold his business and made a theme park for her. So children or adults with disabilities can get into the park for free. Oh. And then they have a water park and they have a theme park. It's very small, but
that's amazing.
It's just a cool idea. Like, it's like,
yeah.
As somebody that's always been advocate for disabilities, and I have family members that have autism and multiple sclerosis and multiple sclerosis, Down syndrome.
Okay. I know what you were going for there. But.
Multiple sclerosis or MS, but not multiple sclerosis. Oh, so silly. But make sure you like and subscribe. If you've stayed this long for some reason and are still listening to the podcast, me and Marsha really are excited that you're still here.
Yes, that's amazing. That's amazing.
It is so fun to be here. Now I feel like I have to actually do something real quick here.
Okay.
Let's see.
I can't.
Oh, that's a different thing.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. All right, Marsha. Here's a song that I wrote for you.
Okay.
Hey. Now we made it all together and we listened to the show, had a great time. And sometimes we didn't know what we were doing, but we were having a great time. Laughing about kitties surrounding us, wondering why, what we did, and if we could never be it all the same. How she slowly got her band together in the way it just kind of happened and kind of moved and kind of went goes. And then she got a drummer, then a keyboardist, and oh, then a singer, then a drummer again. And then she's playing keys by herself like a friend, and still she can never do what she came to say. Marsha is amazing with the positronic way. Hey, this is what they did. It took so long to be 7 years for another album. Yes, and now she already has one recorded and she go. But now she's like, when do we release this? Like 5 years from now? Oh, and I'm not really sure when she does it, y'all. But maybe she'll just change the name to something else. Maybe it'll be the Negatrons, only if I rattle on. Now I got to rattle on thinking about the simple songs. But I'm sorry that you're still listening to this show. Hour 52 minutes and 44 seconds, yo. That's okay, only if I knew about the stars. They're so high and so scar, and now I got so far. But that's okay, Marsha is having a good time, and I am trying to sing as I'm yelling out and why. And my son's birthday's tomorrow, I hope we have a fun time. No Dave and Busters for us, but I could rhyme, hey. But anyways, bye guys, I hope I try guys, only if I can't fly, oh no. And that's it, I hope this is a little better, and only if I got to be so clever, whatever.
That was amazing. Love it.
There you go.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Marsha. Make sure, guys, you go to Marsha and the Positrons website and check out their new music. Check out all their it counts as new music. September.
Yeah, our new music. Our Energetic is our latest album, and like I said, check out our YouTube channel. We have all kinds of fun videos on there.
That is awesome. Yeah, no, I said
yeah.
I slowly need to start building that. What's that?
Yeah, marshaandthepositrons.com is where you can find us. So yeah,
and yeah, make sure you like, subscribe on that YouTube channel so then they can get more and more views, and make that happen, Captain. Did you go to that class during the thing where they had the people that actually were their rivals? Did you go to the class about the YouTube channel online?
Oh yes, yeah. With Tina and Mark Harris from Lala's Big Live Band. Yeah, they're terrific.
So crazy,
so great. Yeah,
I loved it when she was like, "Yeah, our rivals are the oh man, what, the Wiggles?" I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, that's yeah. Okay.
Yep.
My bad. Sorry, Miss I'm fancy. My rivals is my son. But anyways, I hope you have a great day, guys, and I'll close the song up. I'm not even going to do that closing outro. I hope you have a great and awesome day, guys. We'll see you next week, and I promise you it won't be 2 hours long. And again, if you stayed this long, dude, send me an email. I'd love to hear about you listening to me do this whole episode. That would make me laugh. And again, hey, maybe I can get you on the show, and we can talk about my randomness. So whatever the situation is, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much, Marsha. I hope you had fun.
I did. Thank you so much, Kitty, Jason. This is really fun.
Showing up with your adorableness.
He's still here.
And he's like, "Yo, I'm ready for an interview."
I'm back. All right.
Stay on the line. We're gonna end the stream, but you stay here. So,
okay.
Bye, guys. I hope you have an awesome day.